Most business owners are stuck chasing volume for digital course sales. But in this video, I want to break down exactly how I made over 40 grand from just 700 visitors to my sales page. By the end of this video, you're going to understand the architecture of the course, the sales page, the copy, everything I had to do to make this work, and how to turn small traffic, a small audience, into outsized revenue. So this is for you if you're launching, let's say, your first digital course, or you're adding another digital course to your product suite and you want to once and for all get this digital course selling so that it could be a passive income stream added to your business. If you're ready to see the full breakdown of this 40 grand case study, go ahead and comment breakdown and let's get right into it. Now here are the exact numbers. The revenue was $3,978 from a $47 course funnel that had upsells to it, right? Then 3 of those buyers out of the, I believe it was 56, became high ticket clients. So my high ticket services range from 10K all the way up to 20K. Now let me tell you, this was all from a tiny amount of traffic. We're talking less than 8,000 YouTube views, which is not hard to achieve. At the time, I believe I only had like 150 subscribers on a case study channel that I was doing. And this point alone, right, architecting the course funnel correctly is what I want to focus on today, because when you do that, you don't need a huge amount of traffic. You don't have to start with paid ads, because when you have the structure down, when you have the right marketing software to allow you to build this digital course and the funnel system behind it, you can easily power your next 100K to $1 million in revenue. So on our amazing agenda for today, I'm going to talk about the exact funnel structure, right? How I positioned my $47 product, the upsells behind it, the exact conversion rates on how everything sold, how I'm leveraging AI within GoHighLevel to create 10 more products just like this, and how naturally a low ticket buyer can ascend to a higher ticket service. All right, let's start looking at the numbers. So the first thing I want to show is this is a course funnel, meaning it starts off with in this case, a $47 product, right? And then there's upsells behind it. There's upsells that I created. So after the checkout page, it goes to upsell 1, downsell 1, upsell 2, downsell 2. Now this is really interesting because I only had 2 upsells on this. The next product I create, I'm definitely going to add like 3 to 4 upsells, maybe even 5 eventually, and more downsells as well. So this product, okay, is let me just first talk to you about the price points. This product is $47. Now the upsell 1 is $97. The upsell 2 I think is $297. The downsells are simple. They're just discounts on the products. Like, oh, okay, for upsell 1, you don't want the 97. Okay, so downsell 1 is $20 off. Well, do you want it for 77? And then the downsell 2, I don't know why it says downsell 1, but that's supposed to say downsell 2. The downsell 2 is $50 off. So if you don't want it for $297, how about $247? Okay. Now here's where I want to talk about and go in depth on the conversion rates, because this is important, just so that you know how to judge how your funnel is doing. Now I always say to validate a product, right? Whenever I go launch a product on organic traffic, to me, honestly, to get validation on my product, it's just a sale, right? You don't need 100 sales. You don't need even 20 sales to validate a product. You want to launch it to your YouTube audience. And this could work for very, very, very small channels. Remember, this was a product I promoted on my small channel, right? That I did last year. So this is a sample size of that, right? I think it's like maybe it's like a 60 to 90 day period. I can't remember. I don't have this software anymore. Now everything's rebuilt on GoHighLevel. But I want to show this sample because it is from a small YouTube channel. So just imagine when your channel gets bigger and everything. So let's start with how many sales I made. Okay, for the main offer. So I made 52 sales for the main offer that was $47. So I have actually a $7 off coupon. If like somebody exits the page, like, okay, wait, you get $7 off. So I made $1,566.80 on the front end. So that's just from the main product. Okay, so that conversion rate, so 52 divided by 730, that is 7.1% is the conversion rate on that. That is pretty good. What that means is basically for every 100 views that I get, about 7 people are purchasing. Now, when we go to the upsell 1, the conversion rate is obviously going to get lower because you have a lot less views to these upsells. Okay, so right here, the conversion rate for upsell 1 is, let's see, 9 divided by 116. That is 7.7%. So that's pretty good. That's like really good actually for upsell number 1. Okay, now the downsells and the upsell 2 and the other downsells they're going to be way lower, obviously, because there's less traffic going to those pages and people don't buy everything all the time. So you know, only a few amount of people are going to get and buy every single thing, but they do. Obviously, you see this here that they do. So the conversion rates are going to be a lot lower. So for example, on upsell 2, the conversion rate for people buying that was only 4%, but it's still like super healthy. Like I'll take that any day. Okay, so this is like the conversion rates like between, you know, 4 to 6%, and if you're getting like 10% on these anywhere in the upsell funnel, that is super good. So I say all of this and show this funnel to say that you can increase the average order value of just one low ticket offer, but also like if I would have only had and sold the front end, I only would have made, let's see, I made a total 3,978 minus, what was my, minus 1566 equals. So I made an extra $2,400 just by adding more products to sell. Now, so many of you have masterclasses, workshops, templates, things that you can easily package up and add on to the thing that you're offering right now for any niche that you're in. So the reason why YouTube traffic is so powerful is because you don't need a ton of traffic to make sales like this. Okay, this was made on my very small channel. Okay, now if you're interested in really getting into the nitty-gritty of driving traffic with YouTube, your course funnels, your high ticket offers, you want to definitely join my Profit Lounge community, which is very easy to do by simply starting a 30-day trial with GoHighLevel. That's it. That's all you got to do. Not only do you get to join my Profit Lounge community for free, you get 10K worth of bonuses when you join with GoHighLevel, because I build out these funnels, the upsell funnels on GoHighLevel, because it has all the automations, all the pieces you need to do it, right? And a lot of marketing softwares do not. So you want a marketing software that's going to easily allow you to make way more money per every customer and sale that you're getting. Okay, so lucky for you, right now we're going to build this out live together. I'm going to take you behind my computer screen and show you how to draft the sales page copy with AI, with HighLevel, create a beautiful sales page, leveraging the AI funnel builder within minutes. And don't worry, as I mentioned, you can clone all this and replicate this, play this over and over and do this today. And you can test out HighLevel for 30 days and even make your first sale before you even have to pay for the software. All right, so let's dive in behind my computer screen. All right, so a couple of things here. First, let's just go into ChatGPT. And this is where like prompting becomes very, very important. And it's not hard to prompt because people so much are like, oh, you got to know how to be a prompt engineer, which is true, but it's so easy to get the right prompt to have something highly converting. Just ask ChatGPT like, hey, how do I prompt this? Like, what do you need to know to make this extremely good, to make your chat an expert? Okay. So this is, I mean, you can screenshot this. I don't want to read the whole thing, but this is what I prompted. And I did this like from my phone, right? I just said like, I talked into it, I put it on voice mode. I'm like, hey, create a sales page for the sales page copy for the sales page for a product, aka a course that's in the relationship niche that helps couples revive their marriage. Okay, and it came up with this right here, right? The whole headline and hook is the thing that's going to make you money. Okay, because if your headline and the top of your page of your sales page is trash and it's too vague, you're never going to make money. So this is actually what's going to make you money. Here is a spicy headline hook that's like, like this, right? Go from roommates and resentment to connected and alive without awkward therapy or rehashing the past. This is juicy. Like if my marriage was falling apart, this would catch my attention hands down. So I have all of this right here, the sales page, and I'm going to copy and paste it here in a second. But what I want to do is go into GoHighLevel. Okay, so if you have GoHighLevel, what you're going to do, of course, you already know, you're going to go to one of your sub accounts. So this is my demo account that I do everything from, and you're going to navigate to sites and of course funnels. Now, it's really easy. You just come here to new funnel and click funnel AI, continue, or you simply click build with AI. So let's let's come here to funnel AI. We're going to click continue. And then I'm just going to call this, or we haven't saved it yet, but we can save it later. Right here it says untitled page. But here's what matters. All right, so we're going to go from the name of the funnel. So this is going to be Revive Marriage Sales Page. Because the sales page is what comes first, right? Business niche, we're just going to go coaching and consulting. Goal of the funnel is to sell. Course signups is fine, or sell products. I'm going to go with course signups because that's more accurate for, like, remember, this is like your $27, $37, $47 offer. Could be up to $67, but really the sweet spot is definitely realistically under $80, especially if this is your first course funnel. Okay. Now this one here, target audience, we want probably professionals. All right. This one here is going to be what is this? What are you offering? I'm offering a course. So course and a training. Now we want to come here to build. And this one is going to be, you are creating a high converting sales page. Okay, so you can even upload things like media or images. If you have like a brand palette already, this is where you can upload things like that. But this is what I want to show you now is I want you to come to customize. All right, language, I want to do English, US. Tone, I want it to be bold and high energy because this is kind of like, come on, let's go. Let's get your marriage saved. Okay. Then I want to come here to define layout. Now this is powerful. All right. And this, you can select your colors. You can choose colors here, create your first brand board. So you can come here and create your first whole brand board. So you can come here to put in all your colors. I won't do this right now, but for now, I'm just going to come to selecting this color palette. I'm going to pretend this is my color palette, the soft pastels, and the font. I want it to be readable. I don't want it to make like a cursive or anything. So I'm just going to do modern. That's fine. I'm going to pick digital art, layout. I'm just going to leave the layout blank. I like the default spacing and the default borders. So layout right here. I'm just going to go minimal and clean. Let's just do that. But here's where it gets pretty wild. Now, the copy comes in right here that I created or that ChatGPT created. I'm going to copy and paste all the copy. Okay, so it has everything that you could possibly want, right? The offer stack, testimonials, bonuses, all of these things. And of course, you, the human being, are going to have the ultimate say on everything. You are going to come back on everything that AI is creating and have the final say. But you're going to come here and be like, hey, so here is the copy of the sales page. Boom. And then you're going to paste it. Isn't that wild? Then you're going to click generate. So we are back to this. This is beautiful. Check this out. The sales page is done. Check. So this is awesome, right? So anything here you can modify. So it has like the top of page, like Revive Marriage, High Impact Couples Workshop, the sessions that actually revive your marriage. Go from roommates and resentment to connected and alive. Oh my gosh, I love this. This is so perfectly laid out. Like this used to take me probably a full month to do all of this. This is so insane. Okay. So like, this is what is so crazy. So I could be like, okay, well, I want more. And look at this. This is beautiful. This recap workshop and everything that you're getting. What happens after you join? Yes, I want to revive my marriage. I love this so much. So like, let's say like right here in your marriage revival offer stack, I want to modify this, but I don't want to modify it manually. What I want to do is come to Ask AI and be like, hey, hey, this looks so amazing, but I would like you to add, and I'm always very polite to my AIs. Like I always say, please, thank you, you're awesome. It's just how you should treat your AIs. Okay, so to this section, but I would like you to add to the section your marriage revival offer stack some mock-ups of the modules. So, oh no, not of the modules, of the bonuses. So there can be visuals, because definitely you need like mock-ups and course mock-ups for bonuses and the modules. Like that's really important. So let's see what it does. Okay. But of course, like if you want to just add more images in this column, you can of course do it manually by adding images right below here, right? Ready to revive your marriage. You can do that. Or if you go to ChatGPT, as long as you have the paid version of it, you can have it generate you images. So it can create thumbnails for the course. It can create thumbnails for the bonuses, whatever you want. Okay. So this is what it came up with. So the problem is it did it literally, and it put it like right by the bonuses. So that's fine. All you got to do really is come here and like I would delete this, right? So I would delete this. I would delete this here. And I would just honestly drag these up and create a new column over here. But look, it already came up with like beautiful mock-ups for each thing. So this is something that when you come in to build it, all you got to do is like pre-attach these, be like, hey, in the bonus section, make sure that you have all these mock-up images so that it can organize it in columns and have the spacing and framing and everything already be like good to go. Okay. So that is really awesome. So then you would come to publish it and then come back to the funnel, and then you would add a checkout page, which AI can build. And then you would add an upsell, which AI can build. So it's really, really exciting. You can get this done literally within hours. Okay, so overall, I know you're really excited from what you just saw. But the thing that gets even more exciting, especially if you're a service-based provider, coach, consultant, somebody that has a service that's, $3K, $5K, $10K above, is that these little mini courses and even the upsells are like sales calls, okay? Because when somebody goes through one of these micro courses or micro products, they get a quick win, right? They get that dopamine injection of like, oh man, this is awesome. And they're like, whatever, if $27, $47, $97 got me this, what is it like that is his or her next step, their higher ticket thing? What does that get me? So they're really excited. And this truly eliminates the need for sales calls, for chasing clients and all of that. And as I mentioned, 3 out of these 56 buyers, I believe it was, became high ticket clients of mine. And they were just like, oh, I love this. This is great. But honestly, I just want to work one-to-one or in your personal container. And I was like, okay, cool. So think of it as with these digital micro products, you are incorporating them into your business, right? They're, I would say, 90% passive income, because of course you have to drive traffic to them, right? You have to either do organic or do ads. You have to do that. Once in a while, you have to update the material in there, but it adds a cushion of cash, okay, that is hands off. You don't have heavy delivery. And of course, it's infinite scaling because the product within HighLevel gets automatically delivered. Your new customers can have a nurture email sequence to them. You can upsell them even more courses within the portal in HighLevel. You can have memberships. It's just the sky's the limit. But this right here is like the anchor to your business, okay? So that's like the most exciting thing I want to leave you with, and why I believe that every single business on this planet should incorporate a lower ticket, not only digital course, but upsells to go with it so that you can have and increase the average order value of everybody buying this product. Now, if you enjoyed this video, definitely check out the next video more on this topic about what I would do to launch this thing within 5 to 7 days. That video is coming up right here, and I will see you on that video.